Hey guys, Mr. Beckwith again. So today we are going to talk about solutions. Now solutions are a special type of mixture where one substance is dissolving into another substance. The thing that's doing the dissolving, we call that the solvent. For us today it's going to be water. The solute, that's the thing being dissolved. Now, if you watch the mixtures video, we talked about how in most mixtures the physical properties don't change for the different ingredients. But with solutions, they will change. So that's really what we're going to focus in on today. So if you didn't do the lab, because you were absent, and this is why you're watching this video, or if this is just a refresher, I'm going to kind of go step by step through the lab, and then at the end we'll talk about a few extra things. Okay? So let's talk about water first. So the three physical properties we're going to look at for water are physical state, solid, liquid, or gas, the color, and the texture. So with our water, physical state, liquid, color is clear, texture is wet. All right. First solution we're going to make is going to be salt and water. So physical properties for salt, physical state solid, color white, texture is a little bit gritty. All right. So I'm going to take 5 milliliters of salt, mix it into my water. Stir it up real good. Now let's look at and think about what, if anything, changed. Now, did the physical state of my water change? Is it still a liquid? It is. But what about the physical state of my salt? Well, it was a solid, but if it's dissolved, which it has, it's now a liquid. So there's a physical property change. The color is also a little bit different. So it's not quite clear anymore. The water is actually a little bit cloudy, and I don't see any white. So the color for both have changed. And what about the texture? Water's still wet, but the salt, since it's a liquid now, it's also wet. So a couple of changes there. All right, this go around, we've got sugar. So again, we're using water. Physical properties for sugar, solid, physical state. White is our color, texture is gritty. Once again, I'm going to use 5 milliliters of salt. Now, I don't know how well you can see this on there, but obviously the physical state of our water did not change. It's still a liquid, but the color really didn't change either. The water is still very clear. If I hold it up to this clean water, it's very difficult to see if there's even any difference between the two. All right. One of the things we haven't talked about though yet is taste. So, do we think the taste changed for our salt water? Do we think the taste changed for our sugar water? Yes, but I'm not going to drink it because these beakers haven't been washed in a while. So, alright. So, physical change for the sugar. Was solid, since it's dissolved, it's now liquid. Was white, now it's clear. Was gritty, now it's wet along with the water. Alright. Now we're going to do lemon juice. Now, lemon juice is a little different because it's actually a liquid dissolving into a liquid. And for this, I'm actually going to use 20 milliliters instead of just 5, so you can see some of the changes. So our physical state obviously didn't change for either one. They both stayed liquids. But our color changed on both of them. The water went from being clear to being kind of this cloudy yellowish color. And then our lemon juice, because we were dissolving in the water, the color faded pretty significantly. The texture was still the same, it was still wet. Again, just like the sugar and the salt, the taste was probably affected. Last one is our Gatorade powder. Physical state solid, color red, very gritty. And again, we're using water. So I'm going to use 5 milliliters again. And so very similar to the salt and the sugar, my physical state changed from a solid to a liquid because it dissolved. My color changed pretty dramatically, and my texture changed from being very gritty powder into a liquid. So remember, with solutions, we are going to see some changes in the physical properties. We might see a physical state change if we're dissolving a solid into a liquid. We may see a color change. We may have a taste change or a smell change. With a mixture, those individual ingredients won't necessarily change, but with a solution, because something is dissolving, we will see a change. All right? Last thing I want you to think about, how would we separate our salt water, our sugar water, and our Gatorade powder water? How would we separate those three? Any thoughts?
I know.
Miss Miles thinks she knows. We would boil them. If we boil the water will evaporate, and whatever we put in would be left over. So if I boil the water out on all of these, then I would be left with 5 milliliters of salt, 5 milliliters of sugar, and 5 milliliters of the Gatorade powder. Now the lemon juice is a little bit weird because it actually already is a solution of about 6 different ingredients. So if we boiled it out, we'd be left over with some things, but it wouldn't be water and lemon juice. It'd be sodium bisulfate, sodium benzate, and lemon oil, which sounds gross. So, alright guys, hope this was helpful. If you liked the video, make sure you click like, and please, if you're one of my students, if you have not subscribed yet, please do. Have a great day.